ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, X-Wing players, and anyone who's potentially interested in X-Wing, and welcome to an unboxing video that you will possibly only see here on BatMando. So, my call sign is BatMando, and as you can see here, we have something of a rare find, ladies and gentlemen. So, in which case, I'm not going to tell you how I got my hands on it. I'm just going to say that I did. And in which case, we are doing an unboxing video of the Children of Mandalore organized play kits. So we've got the plastic off. Let's go ahead and see what all we got in here. And it looks like a whole bunch of plastic bags. So it looks like we have... Oh, it's going to be in Spanish too. Cool. All right. So, yep. Children of Mandalore organized play kit right there. Appears to be in multiple languages there. Yep. And then we got the cardboard pieces there. And let's see here. Nope, that one is in German. Let's see here. That's Spanish, French. No, a little bit of Spanish, but not enough to actually read everything there. Okay, so we have the English portion right here. So we got all sorts of things here. This appears to be the rules, the event structure, player responsibilities, dice measuring tools, all the stuff there. So we're going to read those here in just a little bit. And in which case, we'll go ahead and start checking out all of the cardboard here. Now, if this is your first time watching a video of ours, everything that I always recommend on an unboxing video is always hold on to the plastic. You always will have a place to put the stuff back where it belongs. And looks like we have some pieces right here, double-sided for that matter. So we have the Beskar that's turned into other things. It looks like some kind of space station. And then we have these tokens right here. And other tokens right here. Looks like we're going to be having some condition card markers right there. The 1.5 marker, very useful. And more of these. So, appears that we have more of these sheets. They all seem to be the same. So, that's pretty cool. All right. So, these were all the pieces. And then, of course, the flip side had different ships with different numbers on them. I'm certain that the rule book is about to explain that. And speaking of which, we'll go ahead and get out all of these cards and some more cards here. So it appears that we have the clan training card, which basically states, before you engage, if you are not focused and there is an enemy ship in your primary arc at range 1, you may spend 1 charge to perform a red focus action. After you perform an attack, if the defender is destroyed, recover 1 shield. And this is only for Mandalorians. There appears to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of those cards. And then we have some Tradition of War. So Tradition of War, while you perform an attack during the modify attack dice step, you may spend 1 charge to re-roll 1 of your blank results. This card's charge cannot be recovered. And it appears that we have probably 8 again. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 again. Then we have Tradition of Peace, which I'm assuming is also going to have 8 cards. Yes. So, Tradition of Peace. While you defend during the modify attack dice step, you may spend 1 charge. If you do, the attacker must re-roll 1 of their crits or hit result of your choice. This card's charges cannot be recovered. So those are the 3 types of cards that we have so far. And then it appears that we have Beskar Recovery. Seems to be one of the scenarios there. It appears to be somewhere around 6 pages long. So some of these will probably break this video up into a series so that we can actually get more detail about the Beskar Recovery scoring, and there also appears to be a cargo disruption. Oh, that's on the flip side. Got it. So there's a cargo disruption scoring as well. So I'm just checking to see if the rest of these seem to say the same thing. Beskar. Yep, it all appears to be the same thing at that point in time. So you got lots of different. So I assume that there's probably going to be 8 sets of these so that you can carry out those scenarios. Then we seem to have on the flip side of this one, the cargo shuttle. So let's see here. At the start of the activation phase, the protector must relocate each cargo shuttle in the play area using a speed 1 bank or forward, or a speed 2 bank or forward template. Then the cargo shuttle must be, or the cargo shuttle, if the cargo shuttle is relocated using a speed 1 template, recover 1 shield. At the end of the engagement phase, for each cargo shuttle, choose an enemy ship at range 0 to 2 and roll 2 attack dice. If there are any hits, crits, results in the roll, the chosen ship suffers 1 damage. So that's pretty cool. So we got cargo ships that are going to be going around. Let's see here. So yeah. So far, it looks like it's basically going to be 8 sets of that. So we're going to go ahead and put that off to the side. So now I will go ahead and promise you that we will try to get these scenarios filmed and put out there, etc., etc. So now, we're going to see if I got this all in order first before I start reading through. Yeah, looks like it. Okay, cool. So, Beskar Recovery. It talks about the Beskar stuff right here being a valuable alloy and sacred to Mandalorians and da-da-da-da-da. So, now, when you are squad building, before squad building, players determine who will be the aggressor and who will be the protector. Each player builds a squad to a limit of 20 squad points, so that's within the traditional squad building. Each player, their squad must include at least 1 non-limited ship. So during squad building, each player must choose 1 non-limited ship to become a child of Mandalore. So the chosen ship gains the Mandalore keyword, a missile slot upgrade. Is that missile slot upgrade? Yep. Missile slot upgrade slot and an additional 10 loadout value. A child of Mandalore ignores the upgrade slot requirements of upgrades that have Mandalorian builder keyword. So mission objectives. So now, the aggressor stops enemy ships from recovering Beskar caches, and the protector recovers as many Beskar caches as possible. Player setup area is 3x3. Obstacles are going to be 6, so that hasn't changed. And then you place the obstacles at the start of the place obstacle setup or step of setup. Let's see here. Place a Beskar cache So that's going to be one of these symbols here. So you are going to need to place one of those in the center of the play area and centered at range 4.5 from all board edges. Then, let's see here, starts with the aggressor. Each player places one Beskar cache beyond range 4 from their board edge. Beyond range 2 from either neutral board edge and beyond range 1 of Beskar caches. So let's see here. Once all the Beskar caches markers have been placed, the player place obstacles as described in the rules reference, and obstacles cannot be placed overlapping a Beskar cache. So that's interesting. Okay, so it looks like we're going to go ahead and flip it this way so that it's more traditional for our viewers this way. It appears that you will set up as normal on these sides, and then beyond range 4 and beyond range 2, you have to make certain that the caches are in that area, and then that they have to be range 1 or beyond range 1 of each other. So let's see here. Yep. So then at the end of setup, each player assigns Child of Mandalore with either Tradition of War or Tradition of Peace. So, and as we already discussed, the Tradition of War, which allows you to re-roll any of your blank results, but once the charge is spent, it cannot be recovered. And then on the Tradition of Peace, the attacker must re-roll their crit or hit results. So, and again, once you spend the charge, they cannot be recovered. All right, victory during the end phase. If one player has ships remaining in the play area, the game ends and the player wins. At the end of the... Wait, hold on. Making certain I didn't miss anything. Okay, cool. At the end of the end phase, if one player has 20 or more mission points, then, well, has more mission points than their opponent, the game ends and the player with the most mission points wins. At the end of the 12th round, the game ends and the player with the most mission points wins. So this can only go 12 rounds. Okay, scenario feature. Scenario feature. So basically they're giving us the same rules for what is the scenario feature and making certain that we have actually paid attention to what a scenario feature is. So scenario actions. You can tow these things. So, and while you are towing, you cannot perform barrel rolls, boost actions, cloak actions, or slam actions, or gain cloak tokens. When a ship is towing a Beskar cache, a crit damage or is destroyed, the Beskar cache is jettisoned, and remove the Beskar from that. It actually says that. So nice little typo here. So remove the Beskar from the ship's card. Then opposing player places the marker in the play area at range 1 of the ship. Okay, let's see here. So when a ship is towing a Beskar, when a ship is towing Beskar cache is placed in reserves, the Beskar cache is jettisoned from the ship's position before the ship is placed on its ship card. Cool. Now, let's see here. When a ship is towing a Beskar cache flees the battlefield, the Beskar cache is jettisoned and the ship's position from the ship's position before it executed its maneuver. Cool. So there you go. Now, deliver. A ship that is towing a Beskar cache may perform a deliver action if it is at range 0 to 1 of its board edge. If it is not stressed, remove the Beskar cache from the ship's card and score mission points according to the scoring rules. Then the aggressor takes the delivered Beskar cache and places it in reserve. Only ships controlled by the Protector can perform the deliver action. Okay. And then we have cargo disruption, so that's going to be a different scenario, I believe. So let's go ahead and finish up on the Beskar recovery scoring. So Protector scoring at the end of the end phase, the Protector earns 1 mission point for each Beskar cache marker on a friendly ship's card. The Protector earns 1 additional point if one of their ships is towing a Beskar cache and has been assigned Tradition of War or Tradition of Peace. When a friendly ship performs the deliver scenario action, the Protector earns 3 mission points. The Protector earns 2 additional mission points if the ship that performed the deliver action has been assigned one of the 2 conditions, Tradition of War or Tradition of Peace. So now the aggressor. So at the end of the end phase, the aggressor earns 1 mission point for each Beskar cache marker on a friendly card or friendly ship's card, and 1 additional point if that ship is towing a Beskar cache. When one aggressor attacks, causes an enemy to jettison a Beskar cache, the aggressor earns 2 mission points. The aggressor earns 1 additional mission point. So 1 additional addition point if the defender is assigned one of the 2 conditions of Tradition of War or Tradition of Peace. So, destruction scoring. When a ship is destroyed or removed from play, the opposing player earns the mission points equal to the squad point value of the destroyed ship. If the destroyed ship has been assigned one of those 2 conditions, the opposing player earns 3 additional mission points. So there's a lot of points to be given around in this particular scenario. So that's pretty cool. Okay, now we have the other one here called cargo disruption. And we'll go ahead and talk about cargo disruption right now. So essentially, it looks like, we're going to put it this way so that everybody can see this is how the map would be set up. Apparently, you're going to be taking from the Protector's board edge, coming out range 3, and then 4.5 from the neutral edge there. Okay, so let's see here. Stolen intelligence has revealed a military depot preparing shipments of fuel and munitions to their embattled fleet. Opposing forces have been ordered to disrupt the depot's operations at all costs. Their presence has not gone unnoticed. However, a small squadron of nearby ships has been diverted to defend their cargo shuttles. So, squad building. Before squad building, determine who will be the aggressor and who will be the protector. The aggressor builds a squad to a limit of 23 squad points. The protector builds a squad to a limit of 18 points. Oh, okay. So not that great to be the protector. So now each of the squad must include at least 1 non-limited ship. And during the squad building, each player must choose 1 non-limited ship to become a child of Mandalore. The chosen ship gains the Mandalore keyword, a missile upgrade slot, and an additional load point or loadout value. So a child of Mandalore ignores the upgrade slot requirements of the upgrade that have the Mandalore builder keyword. So, mission objectives for the aggressor: destroy as many cargo ships as possible and eliminate enemy forces. Protector: defend the cargo shuttles and eliminate enemy forces while they escape. So, same play area, only 4 obstacles this time around, so that's cool. All right, place obstacles at the start of... Okay, so the Protector places the hyperspace marker centered at range 3 from the player's edge and at range 4.5 of both neutral board edges, oriented as shown on the diagram here. So now, let's see here. Then players place obstacles as described in the rules reference. Obstacles cannot be placed within range 1 of the hyperspace markers. Okay, that's cool. So now we go to scenario actions. Apparently there's a tow. There is also, oh wait, that's on the wrong page. So let's see here, page 5. So prepare other components. At the end, prepare other components step. The protector places the 5 cargo shuttle markers in the supply. So at the end of setup, each player assigns the Child of Mandalore with either Tradition of War or Tradition of Peace. Victory. During the end phase, if only one player has ships remaining in the play area, the game ends and that player wins. Okay. At the end of the end phase, if one player has 20 or more mission points, well, unusual, ladies and gentlemen, they are going to go ahead and win. And just like the last scenario, it's going to be at the end of the 12th rounds, the player with the most mission points wins. So scenario features. Okay, so we have the cargo shuttle as one of our scenario features. Let's actually go ahead and read this real quick. So all cargo shuttles are controlled by the protector and marked with numbers 1 through 5, which correspond to the damage tracker on the oversized cargo shuttle card. So there's that. So now, let's see here. All right. When a cargo shuttle has a number of critical damage markers on its tracking space equal to its hull rating, it is destroyed. So that's bad. Let's see here. Shield tokens for shuttles should be tracked in the shuttle's corresponding tracker space. That's cool. So it appears that they have maybe 1 shield and then 4 hull. Yep, that's exactly what it is. So 1 shield and 4 hull for all 5 of those shuttles. So still a lot to chew through, essentially like 20 points. And there you go. Okay, so let's flip to the other side here. Dispatch the shuttles. At the start of the end phase, if there are 4 or fewer cargo shuttles in the play area, the protector must place 1 cargo shuttle into the play area. The cargo shuttle is placed in the play area so that its rear guides are flush against any side of the hyperspace marker, this piece right here. So, and I believe that may be randomly assigned, but it does not say as of yet. Cool. Let's see here. The end of the engagement phase for each cargo shuttle chooses, we already discussed this on this card right here. Okay, cool. So now let's see if there's anything on page 7 of this thing. It doesn't appear to be. So protector scoring for this. So protector scoring, when a cargo shuttle flees, the protector earns 6 mission points. Okay, if a cargo shuttle flees from the protector's board edge, the protector does not earn mission points. Okay, cool. At the start of the end phase, the protector earns 1 mission points for each cargo shuttle in the play area that has 1 or more friendly ships or commando team remotes at range 0 to 1. Okay, aggressor scoring. When a cargo shuttle is destroyed, the aggressor earns 6 mission points. While a ship is destroyed or removed from play, the opposing player earns mission points equal to the squad point value of the delivered or destroyed ship. So there you go. All right, so that's everything that we found inside of the Children of Mandalore organized play kit. And I will tell you that we will see if we can squeeze in some time into our schedule somewhere between late March and early April. We will go ahead and get this together so that we can go ahead and see what it's like to play the Children of Mandalore scenario. So these little tokens right here, I assume that this one right here corresponds to this, that this one corresponds to that. So I'm going to dig through and see if there's anything in here that indicates otherwise. So we also have this. So let's see here. This is a 1-day casual play event. Players are free to play as many games as they want against any opponent At the start of the event, each player, okay, cool. So it's not about, do not track wins and losses on this one. The event is designed to give players a unique scenario for playing Star Wars. It is not about winning or losing games. Players should help each other with the rules and tactics of the game during play. Cool. Player responsibilities. You are responsible for your own miniatures, cards, dice, range rulers, templates, position markers, all the usual yada yada. And cards. Player must have all ship cards, upgrade cards. That's fine. Tokens. Yep, all required tokens. So miniatures, let's see here. Must have miniatures for each ship. Got it. So in other words, they're just making everything totally official here. So players should build their squads according to the rules found on the scenario card. Cool. And we got stuff about sportsmanship. And we have all the credits at all the companies involved. And just checking to see if somebody is in the play testers group. And it appears that they are. So what do you know? Chambalaya is in there. So, okay, cool. So in which case, ladies and gentlemen, that's everything that I see that came out of this pack for the Children of Mandalore Organized Play Kit. So thank you for watching this unboxing video, and we will go ahead and see when we can set this up so that people can see how it is played. So thank you so much for watching, and as always, BatMando out.